More power, more love to the community. We're just in Kingdom Spot, Nottingham, where we're just shouting out all the people out there who support and who's out there to change and make a difference, because that's what it's about. Each one teach one, each one helping one, coming in unity. More love, more power, more unity in our community. That's what we need, because right about now we're having so much losses to knife crime, losses to gun crime, losses to drugs, loss to rape, loss for just in the sense of self-value, self-worth, self-love. So we just need to unify each other and come together as one family, because in every household there's somewhere down the line, if it's not directly, it's indirectly, because it's their family members or friends. Somebody obviously is suffering through one of those things what I've just stated, because right about now we're having a lot of people losing their life, a lot of young innocent children. Some obviously have done things, but because they're misinformed, miseducated, unloved or unguided, or many different things, lacking support, lacking guidance, then this is why we're having deaths of the young generation. And we need to come together. Who knows better, do better. And a lot of elders are out there, go on like they know better, but how many are doing better? And it's not about everybody individually doing, yeah, well, I'm doing my part. We need to come together as a collective and as a team and as a family and be a driving force to make change in our community. And that comes through unity, and that's why we need more unity. Myself, I'm Young Raw. The streets know me as Wince, Hood Wince, Daddy Wince. Some know me as Remain. Now I'm going by Raw because we evolved, you with me? But we're still Raw, being Hood from ever, from day dot, you with me? So as we're Raw, being Hood forever, it's about inspiring the youths to know that no matter where you come from, you can make a change and make a difference and make a better life for yourself. You don't need to obviously follow your friends, follow people on the TV and people who are misleading or misguiding you and to do foolishness. Because right about now, there's a lot of people who are making money off people doing badness. Giving people guns, giving people knives, shops are selling knives, you with me? Guns are coming into the community some way, somehow, and we're not stupid because we don't make guns, but at the same time we have guns as well, so we have to take accountability for why we got these things and how we got these things and what we're using them for, because at the same time we're just using them to hurt one another, each other, our brothers and sisters, which is some idiot thing, you with me? Cause we know about the pain and suffering, we've been through them things there, coming from the ghetto, coming from the hood, and we've watched boys in the hood and menace to society. So why are we going to be a menace to our society? Because we're a product of our environment. So at the same time we have to change our environment and enlighten the youth then, you with me? So I what's been on the roads and been through certain walks and done certain badness, you with me? We have to come back to the reality and say, was it good? Was it pretty? When we've seen certain things or been through certain things, you with me? Because who don't aim must feel. And I know that I've felt certain things and lost certain friends, you with me? Been prison or been jail and done certain times, you with me? By Babylon system, you overs. So that's not good. That's, I would say, waste, man, because we're wasting our time. We're wasting our God-given precious time for our family, but we're locked up, we're leaving them behind. Some of us have got children, some of us haven't got children, but at the same time you've got a gift and a talent, and obviously you can inspire to be anything you want to be if you put your mind to it. But like I said, we follow foolishness. If it's not entertainers from the rap world, music world, TV world, what we see now, because in their flashy cars or big chains, we inspire to be like them. But we don't know, obviously, a lot of them are living some illusion lifestyle. They're tricking you. So we're not on no trickery. We want to know that, yo, the people around us have been through pain and suffering, and they come back and they're showing us and giving us a better way, a better understanding, so we don't have to go through certain things. You with me? And there's not a lot of man them as elders, male or female, what have been a part of certain badness, what they would call obviously gangs, which obviously we don't call it gangs. It's still family because we don't deal with gangs. That's why our gang, because we're dealing with our gang, which is a family gang. Our gang stands for guiding a new generation, because that's what we're here to do.
No GG.
Huh? No idiot thing. You with me? Huh? And like when Tupac was talking his thug life, you get me? We are thugs for life because we are the highest universal gods and goddesses. And you get me? So that's why we're thugs for life, because we're taking it to a higher levels to understand that in this thing is good and bad, yin and yang, and to be understanding, we know that when you're a son of man, we do worldly things, and we do things of the materialistic things, so we might want flashy things. You with me? But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with working for it or using your brain or your skill, because you always have a creative side in you. So if you use your creative side inside you, whatever you got, you can manifest whatever you want. You can have your Ferrari or your big chains or your big watches. You with me? But you don't have to bad mind and rob a next man. You with me? Your own brothers and sisters. You with me? And hurt one another. Or we have to go and sell drugs or do certain things which hurt families, or whatever it is. There's many ways, because we're all businessmen, even if we do them criminal activity. Because to do certain things, we need to have obviously a business mind. So it's about using your business mind and skill, but in a positive way. So if you want to make t-shirts, trainers, clothes, you with me, hats, whatever, think of a name. You with me? Think of something. You with me? Or even do that for your children, whatever. You with me? Let's create businesses, inspire each other. You with me? Invest in each other. Each one help one and support one another. That's what it is. You with me? So we're here to be a part of the man them what been through that road thing, come up, seeing a lot of people hurt, a lot of families hurt, like I said, to obviously the grave, death, and also being in prison, because nobody wins. Both family members get hurt. One from losing their child, and then the next one by losing their child to the prison system. And then who knows what the system and the prisons are doing to them, because we know that once you're inside, you with me, it's a different world in there again. You with me? So right about now we need, like I says, more sisters, more brothers to come out and help the youths them, because we as MOOR Lions, we're not on no pussycatting and pussyfooting around, because this ain't no pussycat dolls around there. This ain't no girly thing, no pantsy show thing in that sense. You with me? Funky danky, we have to be real with it and deal with reality, and it is what it is. You with me? And be that lion hearted to stand up for truth and righteousness. And if you see the youths them doing certain thing what's wrong, keep them on the right track. You with me? If you got a little business yourself and you can give them a job, give them a job. Or if you can give them training, give them training. Or give them some good direction of to obviously do certain things. Because when you look at other nations, they bring their youngers in. The Asian man's always got his child in his shop from a young age, teaching him business. He's working behind the counter.
So we too, but just not here.
Which is correct, my brother. You with me? So like it says, we used to do that when we're back at home in the Caribbean or in Africa, because that's where we're predominant black there. But then we come into the Western world and pick up their antics and non-culture and lose our way. So you're right, my brother. So we need to get back to how we used to be and start doing that for today's future, today's children, and let them know that they're worthy and they can do certain things. They can be great. They can be more. and never being less, because we're not here to be blessed, because we're not less than anything, we are more. We can be great, but it's all within. And we're lacking the church unifying each other, because you have churches in Radford, Baseford, St Anne's, Bulwell, XYZ, same again in London, Birmingham, Leicester, Derby, and so on. But we as black brothers and sisters need to come together no matter where we are. Oneness, one order, one love. That's what the Most High deals with, is love, oneness. And then outside of the church, we just need to know that if we're dealing with love, while we're in buildings, come out and let's obviously love the people, love the streets, love one another. Take back the children. And that's what it is. If we really want to stop this knife crime or stop youths them walking up and down with big knives, it all starts from home, starts with the elders. So we can't blame the children.
100%.
You get me? Because if your picnic is 14, 13, 14 and it's got big zombie knives, big choppers, big like so, how comes? Why are you patting him down? Why are you searching him? You're afraid of your picnic. You pushed him out, or it came out of your sack. You push him out. What, man and woman, why are you scared of your child and not patting your child and is walking down? And why is it reaching and getting locked up? Why ain't you sitting down and talking to him? Why are you not knowing what's going on with his life? Why doesn't he know that, oh yo, that you what is warring with? You know what, he can't war with that you, or he shouldn't war with any you, but that you is Sarah's child or Ray Tete's child, or because we're all family, like you get me, we're all grown up as elders. So you lot as little picnic can't come now today times and start warring. You get me, you're bringing shame on both families.
That's what it is doing it, but some of these pagans like that. I see parents that, I know you know better, but you letting your son run around the yard from young, toy gun, pow, 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 everywhere. We're not living in the Western, so you know what he's going to do in today's society when he gets of that age. You've already allowed it from them, you see what I'm saying? And then some of these parents, they know what's going on, they know what their kids are up to, but they turn a blind eye because they say, I love him, I love you. They don't even know what love is. Some of these, they're blinded by reality. So they don't know what is really real. Like you said, when you love, true love is going out there and loving everyone too. How you want to love from behind closed doors? So I'm saying, like, so you have to remember a lot of these are confused. It's a lot is to do with the household, a lot is to do with the parents. So see how they feel in society, where maybe their upbringing, so it goes back and back, and this is where we have to break it. So yeah, like you say, we have to give it to them raw. Then you have to get it 100%, otherwise we give it to 75% or 50%. That means there's a grey area. There's an area for you to buts and ifs. But we don't deal with the buts and the ifs and them things. So I'm saying it's either yes or no, or right or wrong. Plain and simple. And that's how the team runs. So, yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm trying to say. Look, right about now, we had one of the biggest court cases in Nottingham, or in the UK, which was the one before that was the honey trap in London, where we're not here to say how things was, but the story of the honey trap in London is that the girl set up the boy or whatever happened, and vice versa. Again in Nottingham, something they're saying that it emulates or similar to that, where the girl had something to do with this or whatever. Not picking side, not knowing the case, but what I do know is, either way, this is where it's important, because it can go to your daughters too. Your daughters can get caught up in mix-up, so it's not just the man them or the boys. You get me? I've got a daughter child, you got daughters as well, fam. You with me? So we have to know who our daughters are around and who they're picking up, because if they're around idiot man or idiot boy, and they're on idiot nurse, because they're around idiot gal and flexing like idiot themselves, our children, we have to pull them up. And don't go on like her, or don't roll with him, or don't pick him up as your boyfriend or whatever. You get me? Obviously you can't force them, but you tell them who their aim must feel, but you guide them so they don't even come to that. You get me? That's where it starts. You with me? Because at the end of the day, now, when we look down later on in life, when they're 17, 18, 19, or you get me, whatever age they may be, this is why things are reaching, because you didn't plant them seeds from the get-go. and nurture it and make it get me flourish. So now they know right from wrong. Y'all can't be around them still. They're bad people, they're bad characters. You get me? They're not proper. You with me? They're gonna get me in trouble. Huh? And now a lot of people get in trouble now and end up in, like I said, losing their life dead or they're in jail. You with me? Boys and girls. Both family members feeling for their daughters or their sons. You with me? And it's not fair. So we have to take this thing serious. You with me? I don't see no other real man them who was active. You with me? Really and truly. You with me? Maybe man would be doing their thing on a little one-ways, and you get me? And rapping and talking with these mans or talking with those mans, but really coming out as a collective. You with me? So I salute, you get me? All those real soldiers and generals, you get me? Certain of my elders will have come through nothing anymore, even out of time or wherever, and said, you know what, yo, daddy, we need to start doing X, Y, Z and rare you know, because down that's proper. You with me? We need to start governing the thing. You with me? But certain times it need to become more than talking. We need action. Because we are them superheroes. You get me? Those heroes and sheroes, like our ancestors, like what we were reasoning earlier on. You with me? Because our ancestors here didn't say, yo, chop, enough's enough, then we wouldn't be here now to be saying enough's enough. You get me? Because it was like ancestors back in the day, like I and us, but we said, nah, blood, yo man can't be moving around there like this, you know, because obviously that's not proper and the youths them are getting corrupted, and you with me? We need some order in the roads them, you with me? Because the youths them are killing up each other and stabbing up each other, and you get me? A lot of mummies and daddies and everybody and grannies and everybody are feeling the pain from. You with me? And you're going on like we had done jail time myself and know that, yo blood, this is some serious times in the Gideon blood. You with me? Huh? So if you understand that, yeah, that's why you with me? Real niggas do real things, fam. Real generals do real general shit. You get me? Huh? So like I said, you with me? I spoke to a bare man in knots, you with me? From the stands, elder man them, you with me? Man rapped and reasons, you with me? Like I said to certain man, you get me? Man need to start having some general meetings and we all link up and say, yo, how we gonna pattern these things, fam. You with me? Huh? All man who's going like they was from elders from back a day and it was about their thing. You get me? Because what thing was you about? Because it comes to today, what thing you really on? You with me? Are you on making a change in your community, in your ends, and making everybody live good and stop the foolishness, or you just about, okay, I'm cool. So that means if you're not trying to resolve the problem, you are the problem because you're not a part of the change. Because it's a time about, obviously, we're wiser to the thing now. We have to wise up to rise up right about now, and that's what we're doing. Wising up, and we're rising up. So who wants to be sleeping like zombies and blood and then tricking the youths because you're in your big cars or you got your big chains? This is why man get robbed out there, fam. Because they going like they're about this life and enough money about this life, fam. You with me? Huh? And man can say that because obviously, you with me? Even though man are doing certain things, the man know that we don't play that thing, fam. You with me? Because we're serious people, blood. You with me? So obviously it's always about love and respect, fam, and that's how we deal with the thing. You with me? But obviously man get robbed when obviously man ain't pushing no weight, fam, because if you're really about whatever and you're really a general, you with me? Man can't get robbed because your thing's patterned, fam. You with me? Huh? Where obviously you got generals around you and everybody's eating blood, you with me? So where everybody's nice, fam, you with me? Everybody, so you with me? Your firm's tight and your all ends are eating and everything around you and so on and so on. You with me? That's why when I'm growing up and you're looking, seeing certain man like, I don't even say, certain man in England or UK, they even inspire me. You look at man in America, or you look at man in Jamaica, when man was doing their badness, and you see top man, you get me? That's why obviously you see man like Charles Cosby, huh? Them man they have been on American gangsters day. And then man they used to go back to the ends and feed the ends and even certain other top gangsters, you with me? And give back to their community and help people, you with me? And then even when you go, and obviously I've even, you with me? done like certain like research or look into other mans. Even women do the same thing. You with me?
Of course, it's
you with me? So it's not even just man.
But it depends on the people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The hearts of the people. So
you with me?
Natural for us.
And then obviously man like do this again when you go to Jamaica. You with me? And then make sure all the youths them eat. There's no badness going on. They regulate the thing. The elders are eating. We're not talking about obviously man should be doing the badness. I'm not promoting the badness side. So understand what I'm saying. But if man are reckon that they're generals in the thing, you govern your ends in love. You with me? And make sure everybody's eating and there's no badness going on. Nobody's getting hurt. You with me? From all generation, from the elders to the picnic them, from the picnic them to the elders, it's love. One family, oneness, one order. You with me? But if every other generals and elders were doing that along the border in the communities, you with me? We'd have a better city. You with me? Because all these generals could link together and say, you know what, boom, XYZ, we can do XYZ. And you get me? But man ain't using their head. So how G'd up a day? Huh? What does your G stand for? Huh? Because if you're a gangster, blood, you're an idiot, fam. You with me? You have to elevate and make your G stand for God, fam. You with me? God into this, fam. You get me? You elevate. That's what it stands for, fam. Your genius in you. That's what the G stands for. The God in you, the genius. But if you don't want to obviously elevate, then why? I don't know. You stay a idiot gangster, fam. You with me? Because like I said, our gang stands for guiding a new generation. So
that's what it is though.
So our gangsters are different level.
People stay stuck though. Like they've been stuck for years. They stay stuck. Like they don't. Some are scared to come out of their circle. So where we elevate, they're not able. That's not them. You know what I'm saying? So they can't elevate. They can't be or do different things. They're scared, innit? You know what I'm saying? But obviously, there's a difference. Like you said before, there's a difference between us and them, innit? Like we do it out of righteousness. So by all means, our heart and whatnot, everything's in it. So when we do something, we do it 100%. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it is sometimes little badness, because like to rephrase on something, I've got girl kids. I'm kind of touchy about who's around my yard or what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I'll gladly sit down and do 30 or do the rest of my life when it comes to protect one of my kids, fam.
100%.
And I buy. You see what I'm saying? You know, boxing, I buy. Hear me? So
Lions, bro.
Right. So obviously, I don't want to say that that's me, but I'm telling other people to be like that. No, I'm not promoting that.
Love first, 100%.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we protect our circle. So same thing I was saying to you earlier on, when these youths are out here and they're doing whatever they're doing, and they pull in other people's nephews and brothers and whatever, and then they end up getting chopped up or knifed up on road.
Innocently,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, getting involved.
Again, make no mistake, fam. How I am with family is I am with family. So if I branch under the umbrella of family, it's a problem. So you come to me like, yo, my cousin, and you're heartbroken, my heart's breaking too, fam. So like we said, we're gonna bite in it then. That's what it comes to. You know what I'm saying? So people need to realise the mistakes and the things that actually what they're doing and why they need to.
Youngers, olders, cousins, friends, everybody, because like I said, when people get hurt, then obviously it's a domino effect. So you're right, my brother. You with me? So that's why it's about each one teach one to say, yo, blood, don't get up in no foolishness because, oh, boom, it's gonna all draw out your granny. Because you know X, Y, Z, and you get me, like talk like that's how you get me. So it made me say it's serious like that. But this is what I'm saying. The road people, the church people, the working class people, the road people, we need to come together as one people. You get me? And we just need to do obviously the works, because if it's not right, it's not right. You know, get me?
It's not the way.
It's not the way. If it's not right, then it's just not right, fam. So we all need to do the right thing. Because like I'm saying, now we got families in Bulwell. That was the family, like we said, the only trap one in Bulwell. We'll just call it that just for wordplay. You with me? The Larico, You get me? R.I.P. You with me? Rest in power and peace and love. You with me? And at the same time, you with me? Love to all the family and support to all the family. And if we as MOOR Lions can help you in any way, form or shape, please reach out to us. Friends, family and so on. We're here to support. And also, you with me, sorry to say, we're also here to support the other family on the other side. We're here just to support families all around. So this ain't no bias thing, you with me? And at the same time, we need to, I know that you may be going through your individual pain and suffering and heartache at the moment, but when I say this that in love, it's only fair because they're going through the same thing on the other side, because they didn't want their child to obviously kill your child. So at the same time, it's not fair for me not to offer the same thing and support for that family and their friends, and also for the same family where we're going today. Later on, little Jaden, he came here with some of the youngsters, the younger generation, did a little street education with the MOOR Lions and MOOR Lioness family tree, as we do, because that's what it is. We're here to inspire the younger generation to be involved and be a part and be role models and get them involved in what we're trying to do, because we're trying to make a change. And what is very like saddening and kind of like messed up, blood. That's why we do what we do. You get me? Because we have to keep it real, blood, because it's real life, blood. You with me? We see some real shit, blood, and we lose some real people. You with me? So that's why obviously you have to just talk the thing how the thing is, because that's why I don't like to. Sometimes we see when we're talking and we're thinking how to talk to, how to come across to the camera. It's only real to keep it real and authentic. You know, when you start thinking about things, yeah, then obviously, you with me, it's not real. So that's why I just be real. Like, we don't put out new things, we just put it real. So, like I'm saying, it's sad to say that he came here, been a part of the street education team, family, and moment, and is recording and footage is gonna live on.
My name's Jaden, and when I'm older, I want to be an entrepreneur, and I want to bring up my own clothing line called YP. It stands for Young Production, and it's trying to help people to be young entrepreneurs and boost them when they're older so they can be good businessmen.
We was talking at that time to the young princes and the young princesses about black beauty and what it's like to be a young black person in today's time. And it's very inspiring to hear what the younger generation feel and say about being black. You with me? Because I know that when we was coming up, you with me, because we would lack in knowledge, we would say, yo, shut your mouth, you're black African. Look how big your lips are, you look like a black this, or you black that, or you look like Kunta Kinte, or you look, you know, like silly things. What insulting about black things, or even being African, or look at your Afro picky head, you know, like this in the sisters. Then we took those things for granted and used that as a negative and cussed each other, because maybe that's what we heard elders talk about once over, from obviously giving down from slavery. So we always disrespected one another. But the way the youngers was talking today, we've come so far, which is so beautiful, how they're thinking today. Because the youngers are a lot wiser than we think. This is why it's important that we take heed and take control of our youth of today, because they're so forward, because we have modern day technology, so that the information is so vast and so accessible. So sometimes they have knowledge what the elders haven't got. So it's about unifying, because they have obviously the strength and the elders have the wisdom, and together with the strength of the wisdom, we are forced to be reckoned with, but we're obviously lacking understanding. So boom, see, when we're talking about the youth's mind, like I'm saying, we're talking about being black and being young and being beautiful. Those youths was talking about, everybody should go back and see the footage as well, that how they like embracing their natural beauty, You get me?
How
it makes him feel pretty and all those kind of things there. And the way they was talking is very inspiring because you get me, they're so genuine and they're so innocent and they're so young. So even when I'm seeing little Jaden on there, little Jaden was on there, was really a vibrant youth and talking up about how he looks at black women and black girls and his blackness and just, you get me, black love and which is you get me. This is why the man them don't talk. It was beautiful, blood. Real talk. It was beautiful shit. You with me? And we have to say, because that's genuine. That's from the heart. It's not even. I shouldn't even put this shit on it. I take that back. It was just beautiful, huh? More beautiful, natural. You need to hear that the youths them are talking like that and keeping it real and just saying about their natural air and then get me. Let's make up or whatever it was. So like I said, they should go back. So to air not long after that, young Jaden now obviously left Nottingham and gone to London, and the incident of him losing his life at the age of like so young, 14. It's sad that these 14-year-olds are losing their life so young. I remember back in the day when you had Don't Be a Menace and Menace to Society, they was like, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And like, you get me, for me, and he's like saying, oh, in the projects, in the ghetto, they don't live to see, they don't live to see 21 like you said, or 18 or something, you with me? But then he went down from 21 like you said to 18, and then from 18 he went I think like 16, but now there's no age fam. Bullets don't have no age fam. Knives don't have no age fam. You get me? Respect don't have no age fam. Love don't have no age fam.
Of course.
And that is, you get me? And that's out of order. And that's out of God's order. You with me? So that's why we have to fall back in line and say one order. You get me? Biblical order, oneness and love. Unity is the key and the ultimate. And this is why we obviously have many people from different walks of life or different phases of life, because we have the understanding to say oneness, as long as we're coming together as one people, as black, melanated gods and goddesses, no matter what ideology. We know that there's the creator, what created I and I, the supreme. We have to deal with the love, what we have to have breath and to be amongst one another. So if you're dealing with embracing one another in love, that is the most high power. And that's what we need to conquer. We need to stop the youths them hurting each other. And the people who are getting hurt, they have no religion. Getting hurt, Christian youths, Muslim youths. You get me? No matter what colour, no matter what religion. But we need to know that as black people, we're in many religions too. So we need to stop dividing ourselves and just say, yo, boom. You get me? Black love is the key, and that is the way forward. So it's wake up time, you get me? And if people don't hear this message, I'm sorry to say, we're gonna have so many more tragedies, so many more incidents and accidents, so many more people losing their lives, so many more people going to prison until you hear what we're saying, because more lions and more lionesses in Nottingham.
Which is sad though at the same time, because you know, like when you look at certain situations like the Jaden situation, it's not even like you can say like, yo, it's two different sides, like, you know, like a little gang beef or something. Like you got like a little youth that lost his life, his life got taken from him. But like obviously no one knows what going with all of that yet. You see what I'm saying? So a youth that hadn't even had no justice from within.
But then even on that note there, look how they portray what they do know so far, because I'm glad you just dropped on that note, is that you see when we as black people and foolish black people war each other, you see how they portray us, like I said, man are gangs, and because they portray us as idiot people and we're not they're not guiding a new generation. We are guiding a new generation because this is where we're here to teach them. But for those foolish gangs, they're teaching the people foolishness. So now they're portrayed as foolish people. So as black people now, they've took upon that title. Yeah? And now, when black people warrant each other, they want to say gang on gang, folks, rate. Now, when so far this incident that there's a white guy what's been arrested for obviously hitting him off his moped. Yeah. Now in the newspaper, because you can see the newspaper article and footage, so this ain't no biased thing. We're just not saying it just because we're black brothers and we know Jaden. We're talking the thing because it's real life thing, and we have to talk for the people. This is like FUBU, for you, by you, for us, by us. You with me? So we have to say more FUBU to the thing, you with me? Huh? When they portraying this white guy now, this white youth, even though he's young, and obviously they might not want to portray him in certain things, when it's our young black youth, they want to portray it in any light, in any way, no matter what age you are. Of course. You with me? So they want to talk reckless about, obviously, Jaden, you with me? But now this guy is not a thug, he just says lad. You with me? So lad is just like a guy, anybody, a random, just like a random, just like, you get me? Just anybody, just, you with me?
Someone that matters in their society.
But that's a brutal incident.
Of course.
You with me? That's a menace thing. So when we're talking about menace to society, man in menace to society, the gangster film, man didn't lick man off their mopeds or motorbikes or crash up into thing. The way black people do things and the way white people do things, and this ain't a race thing, everybody does their crime in a different way. So I'm just stating that for sure. This ain't racist, this is a real life thing. And the way white people do their crime, yeah, is dramatic until the extreme. Yes? This is why in the world, who's doing the most harm and damage to obviously other people, innocent people in the world? I don't need to answer that, you answer that for yourself, but I'm sure you know that black people ain't causing obviously harm to other races, to Asian people or to white people on a whole, because I know that black people are too busy bad minding, watching and hurting themselves and each other. You with me? So that's what we're waking up to. But like I'm saying, the moral of the story is when a white person hurts a black person or a white person kills a black person, the way they highlight that is that the black person still that thug or that's still that bad person, and they're still digging up dirty, trying to see whatever. You get me? When the person is a poor innocent youth, you with me? In life we obviously all make mistakes, but it is what it is. My age is what my age is. So at the same time, I'm still got time to learn. You with me? But if there's people older than me attacking me, hurting me, why are you portraying them in a better light than me? How comes obviously they're not no thugs? Because I'm sure that it wasn't just the white lad on his own what did the innocent. He didn't just did that. I'm sure that he was with obviously other people. You get me? So as he was with other people, yeah, then he won't he with a gang too.
Yeah.
Ain't he a thug too?
Yeah, of course he is.
Ain't he a menace to society too?
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Come on, man. But
or is that only one title for obviously the colour of the skin? That somebody is obviously black, so that means they're only a thug. They're only menace to society. Only they can be obviously portrayed as wrongdoers when they've lost their life. Because at the end of the day, you and me, nobody should lose their life like in the way that the poor innocent 14-year-old Jaden did. That is so bad. And at the end of the day, this is why we need to obviously stand up for our children. Truth and rights make a difference. You with me? Unify. You with me? Because this is the problem. Because we say nothing, nothing happens. Because we do nothing, nothing happens. We have to be doers and do, like I said, real things and come together and say no. You can't portray our innocent children like this. Yes, you with me? Maybe obviously our children shouldn't be at this place at this time or doing this thing at this time, but it doesn't mean that they should get brutally murdered. It doesn't mean that they should lose their life. It doesn't mean that obviously my child or anybody's child should be taken away from them. You with me? And obviously, like I said, it goes back to the way the people have been portrayed, and that's been programmed and manipulated, and we've been manipulated into thinking the way we think and conditioned, and people have been accepting it, and this is why the youths them are losing their life. You with me? Nah, the youths can't lose their life no more, because we're wiser than that. You get me? We can see what's going on. And obviously the newspapers have to obviously own up for this. BBCs, any news, TVs, any other channels need to obviously, the police, anybody needs to obviously be accountable for obviously how they portray the black people of today, the black youths of today.
Of course.
And how they treat the black people of today. Because they need to put some respect on our names and know who we be like. You get me? Cause this ain't no joke thing, fam, you with me? Cause when they're talking about biblical scripts or anything, you get me? They're talking about us. You with me? When they're talking about the great inventors, they're talking about us. When they're talking about the prophets, they're talking about us. Huh? We've always been the supreme, but we fell so far and so short. It's only right that we rise up right back now. Get me? Like I said, wise up to rise up in this thing. You with me?
Trust me.
More love, more power, more unity. Equally more life in our community. And that's the only way forward. We need everybody to be more lions and more lionesses out there in the world. You with me? Huh? Cause you get me, it's like pussycats are running this world, you get me? That time's done. You with me? And that's how we have to talk to the universe, that time's done. Say it again, that time's done, all the 3 times that came true. Yehovah's. Cause that's what it is. And they know that it's done.
Like they're fighting to try to keep hold of what they can keep hold of.
Get me? Done long time. Get me? Done, man. Done. Man. But yeah, like I'm saying, all our condolences goes out to Jaden's family right about now, and any support that we can do, More Lions is here for you to support by any means necessary, you with me? And that's what it is. Cause we need to make a difference and make a change and say no, you with me? We can't have these going on our streets for our youths. And because no parent should go through it. No one. So it's all up to us. If we do nothing and say nothing, then nothing happens. What we have to be doers. And once we start doing and making that transaction and transition to say, yeah, come, let's step out and doing this. You get me? We know whose youths are involved, or you get me, our own youths are involved, or you get me, one of our family members involved, or friends, or whatever. Because it affects all, like you're saying. Because obviously when somebody gets hurt, even their friends are losing, you get me, a friend, or to the thing, prison, or somebody killed, and they're grieving. Everybody's grieving in their own way of form. You get me? So yeah, when you look at the schools right about now, we shout to every school member what was there, growing up in part of Jaden's life, had the little experience and time to know Jaden, and I've lost Jaden. But know that you haven't lost Jaden, because Jaden is with you all the time. You with me? Because you've had that experience with him, and you've crossed paths into his life and then him into your life. He lives on. So you can just obviously cherish your memories, and his spirit lives on. because we don't die, we live on forever, and that's what it is. So just cherish him, think of the happy times, and do good. You with me? Don't make your life go to waste. You with me? Learn off other people's life. Learn off other people's mistakes. Learn off other people's journeys, and make your journey be a better journey, and peace be on your journey, and guidance, and just know how you're treading out there. Because these are some serious times, and life is real, and life is not no joke thing. So the youth them have to think wise today and know what you're doing, and don't take things what's not yours. Don't take life for granted. You with me? Just stay focused, and like I said, inspired to be great. Like I said, yeah man. So more love, more power to all the people watching, supporting, and that condolence goes to Jaden's family, like I said again. You with me? And all the other families in Nottingham what's lost their child to knife crime,
this year's only just started, you know.
Yeah,
in January,
yeah.
You get me? So just left January into early.
And we've had so many loss and deaths. So as the year just started, like you said, my brother, you with me, to all the families across the border, up and down the city, our love and our support goes to you. More lions, more lionesses to the world, from Notts and beyond. You with me? Because there's other people in other cities where they're losing their life, they with me, to knife crime, and they're losing their children and family members and friends too. So our love's across the border. You with me? And
shout out to Plentiful Poet as well, doing her thing out there. Obviously, there's a lot more to come soon as the year's kicking on. So, yeah man, enough love to a lot of people out there, and respect and manners, guidance, and ways, innit?